Hello and welcome to this edition of the Time with Hime podcast. I'm your host, Lynn Cordish, joined by Superintendent Hime. It's one of those days.
Yes, it's just time of the year. May is one of the greatest times of the year because we get to celebrate students and all their accomplishment. We get our spring sports, but we also get our spring storms.
Severe weather.
Severe weather. Now, without knocking on wood, one thing that usually happens in Oklahoma is the storms come after 4 o'clock. So the majority of our students are home. Parents have picked them up. Some of the things we always want to remind our parents, there's a couple really important things. One, if they feel their child's safer with them, although we have safe rooms at most of our schools now and basements, then at our school, they need to pick them up earlier, not later.
Correct.
Because if you show up when they're already in the safe room, you're not getting your kid. That's just safety protocol. We can't open the doors. Obviously, we've just lost the safety of our safe room. So, very important. We understand that because it happens every year, every place I've ever been, tornado sirens go off, and the mama bear and all of us, or the daddy bear and all of us, the first thing we're going to get our kid. Because whether they're in a car with us driving through, my kid's always safer with me than he is with anybody else. And we totally understand that. We just want to make it clear that we understand if you see it coming and you want to pick your child up at lunch or whatever, because you feel like that's best for your child. It's why you get 10 days a year to be in absence, why you should never waste them. It's why we have our virtual days or DVAP days. So just understand, because if we have 500 students in a storm shelter, we can't have 500 parents coming to get their kids. And it's nothing personal. It's one of those tough moments as a superintendent, because I never want to deny a parent the right to their child, but it's just one of those instances where you can't get your child. They will be locked up in a safe room until the sirens quit going and the storms clear.
Absolutely. And we do a really good job with our resources to make sure that we're timely. But it is Oklahoma, and some days we get 4 seasons in a day.
Yes, and our 2024 weather is so much better. It predicts so much better. Our ability to notify you is so much better. Your team does a good job of every 5 or 10 minutes sending out a text message, keeping us up to date. Because as a storm comes in, as we well know, I'm on the east side and we got other people on the west side. They may be under a threat, and it's clear. In Oklahoma, it may be sunny and I'm out sitting by my pool when it's not, you know what I'm saying? So
right.
Very important that you stay in tune to the weather and know that we're doing everything we can possibly, because we know first and foremost, the number one goal of a public school is to make sure your children are safe.
Yes, sir. And then this week, and speaking of what we're doing, our educators, we want to give a special shout out, because this week is
Teacher Appreciation.
Yes.
Our teachers are the best. And anybody that's ever around me knows, or has heard me say, it doesn't matter what I do. It really doesn't matter our teachers are the ones on the front lines. They're the ones working with students every day, and they're the ones creating the success story. I just get to see them. I mean, I probably got the best job, because I don't have to do lesson plans. I don't have to do that. I don't have to deal with, they have to do all the work. They're the superstars, and what is it? We used to say a lot of times, teachers are heroes without capes.
Yes, and so there's a lot of celebration going on this week. A lot of celebration,
because we got the best teachers in the world. And, that rolls into, luckily, I was at the Oklahoma Foundation for Excellence, where they honor students. We had students honored there. And I always tell everybody, anytime Lawton Public Schools has a student win an award like Academic All-Stater, there were a lot of teachers part of that. Luckily, some of our teachers got to go put medals on students. That's awesome. But that starts from pre-K through. And some of those, we have kids that go all the way through that are touched by numerous teachers in that development to win that award. I mean, parents are also very, very important, and many other things, but it is exciting to know for the district. That's a district winning an award like that.
And we had 3. That's what was amazing. We had 3 academic all-staters. Yes. And then you had your Medal of Excellence.
Oh, yes.
So it was a really, really wonderful night.
If you want to know how much our board cares about education, all 5 Lawton board members were there celebrating the fact that I was able to receive a medal. And again, I received it in 4 Lawton public schools. I say that all the time, that those awards, anytime I win something, it's the people around me, because everybody knows I don't do anything but tell people what to do. But we had 5 board members there, and 3 in all of our students, our assistant superintendents. We had a few teachers there. We had a lot of people show up from Lawton to celebrate public education and the accomplishments, most importantly, of those 3 amazing students and all the teachers who are part of what we do at Lawton Public Schools.
And congratulations to Mrs. Oates. She was a runner-up as well.
Yes,
So
she was there as well. Yeah, we had 2 of our administrators in the running for the Medal of Excellence. So yes, we were well represented.
Big night for us.
Yes.
And then we also have, as we're preparing, because, next week is the last week for our
graduation.
school year. It's happening really quickly. But May is Asian American Pacific Islander Month.
Yes.
And we had a wonderful group, Pearls of the Pacific, that have been traveling around to all of our stuff. So that's been wonderful. And then May is also Mental Health Awareness Month. So we have our Project Aware team going out.
They're doing a great job, aren't they?
They are, and giving and providing resources, which brings me to something for our community that we're going to pilot in partnership with OSSBA, and
Yes.
that's the Abunda Box. So we are going to have some information coming out very soon about what that looks like for your family and a resource that you've discovered for us.
Yes, well,
It's working. It's good.
public school resource people, it's
Yes.
your group that's working through it. But yes,
Okay.
thanks for the credit.
There you go.
Again,
See,
y'all
there
see
it
why
goes.
y'all see why I win the award. She did something. She just gave me credit.
That's
so.
it. You said yes, so we are
Yeah, there we go.
excited. And then we have spring sports playoffs. We've
Yep.
just had some recent success. And
Yes, state track meet this week
Yes.
and other state events. So we're
We've
very
had
excited.
tennis and golf.
Yep, a lot of kids active this time of the year. We're also getting right around the corner of the graduation, and we have 3 graduations. All of them are scheduled indoors, and weather like today is why we schedule them indoors. When you're trying to shuffle 3 of them, you can't take the chance of going outside and start, because they could start. You could make it almost impossible to keep it where people knew what was going on. And so, luckily, we have a place to have them where most, if not all, people get to see their kids. I know we pass out tickets and things, but we're excited about our graduations and honoring our seniors. And we usually have 900 to 1,000 seniors that'll get honored next week, and that's exciting as well.
It's a fun 2 days for sure. And then we want to remind families tomorrow, sports physicals. We're already talking about next school year, but that's going to
24,
happen.
25.
That's it, Lawton High School. And we have information on our social media so that you can go and find that. But then let's talk about, before the school year ends, what we're doing for summer school, summer camp.
A lot of things going on for summer.
Yes.
One thing new this year, and we're working for a grant to do it, is why we did it. It's driver's ed.
Yes.
We brought driver's ed back, and mainly it's for students who can't take it during the year for various reasons. And so if you haven't signed up for driver's ed and you're interested, you have to be 15. Make sure you go find each high school should have a sign up for it. Then we have our summer camps that we did last year that really hit it off well. And our teams do such a great job. We have art, we have STEM, we have activities. The ideal is to sneak in a little bit of reading and math with a lot of fun and engaging activities. So we want to make learning fun, because we know engaged, excited students, they learn more and retain more than students that feel like they're made to do something. So hopefully, if you haven't signed up for that, you get online and find it and get signed up. We also have our summer feed, where we feed our kids all summer on Monday through Thursday. I believe 8 and 11:30.
All that information on our
It's
website.
all on our websites,
Yes.
but definitely come eat. It's very inexpensive, but it's a way, especially for your parents that don't want to deal with lunch. You can just take your kids up there. They can walk up to the school and get a lunch, or they can get breakfast. And if they're in summer camp, they get breakfast and lunch.
Correct.
So there's some things we do there for us. And last year, the art camp went awesome.
And then we had the art camp, which was part of our summer camp. And then we have makerspace in the afternoon.
Yes.
And they've expanded that to go from our pre-K or element third, I think, 3rd through 12th. That's why
Okay.
everything is online. It's under
Yeah.
summer info, so for our
Yes.
families to look up.
Yep. And if we've got our website, lawtonps.org. We also got, if you've got a question, info at lawtonps.org. You can email, because we've got a lot going on. And again, we want to continue to create opportunities, and we're not opposed if there's something out there you hear, or you've got nieces or nephews or cousins or grandkids in another state or another part, that there's opportunity they're getting that you don't see us offering for your child. Please email us. We will explore it and do our best to offer it, because that's our ultimate goal. Is if there's opportunities out there for our young people, we're going to create the opportunity for our students to experience them, because that's how you create lifelong graduates. And some people say, well, we need these leaders to be prepared for the future.
And our students are sharing all that information.
Oh, they
with
are. They're
us,
doing a
so
great job.
I can't believe it. We're downhill from now. So 9 days, I
Yes.
think.
Well, and then that makes you think, if you haven't enrolled for next year, especially if your child's going to be 6 through 12, you need to make sure you're having those conversations with your counselors and your child about what we're going to take, because we're starting to move toward pathways. We're going to kind of create more of a plan or a path of the classes you need to take, depending on what kind of broad academies.
There you go.
You'll have an academy that might be just health science. Well, it could be nursing, doctor, physical therapist, a lot of things in that academy. But we'd like to create classes, and then you can move around. And if you can change pathways or academies, my kids changed majors in college 3 or 4 times. We're not saying they got to pick in 6th grade what they're going to be like when they're a senior, but we would like to get them on on a career path where at least they can get more information and understand more what that job entails, so they can make more educated choices as they get closer to being productive citizens.
That's it. And that's what we're working to. So you guys, thank you so much for joining us. Lots of events, lots of activity. We will plan to be back on Monday.
Yes.
For our next podcast, the last
Stay
week.
safe is huge
Yes.
today and the rest of this week, and with the storm season. Stay safe.
Weather aware. We will see you guys then, and have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.